Hello, this is the Custom Cuber 101. Today, I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to solve a supercube. This is a supercube. Supercubes are special, regular Rubik's Cubes or any other puzzle. Supercubes can be 4x4s, 5x5s, anything you want. Now, what makes supercubes special is how the stickers are made. Not like how they are manufactured, but what is on the stickers themselves. On mine, there are numbers, but on other supercubes, there can be patterns, there can be sports logos, there can be arrows, there can be a whole number of things. Now, what makes a supercube different from a regular Rubik's Cube? See here, this is the blue face. When I rotate the blue face on the regular Rubik's Cube, no matter how many times I turn the blue face, the center will always stay the same. But on a supercube, you'll see that when I turn the yellow face, for instance, this center is no longer correct because the 5 has been rotated. Now, my puzzle is completely solved, and I'm not going to scramble it just yet, but you will see that the centers will not always be oriented properly, which is what makes supercubes much tougher than a regular Rubik's Cube. Now, before I begin the tutorial, you're going to need to know how to solve a regular 3x3, because it will help you much in this tutorial. Now, I am going to be making this tutorial twice. Once with the beginner method, which is the layer by layer, and the last one will be with Friedrich, because there are some shortcuts to solving supercubes using the Friedrich method. So, let's begin by me scrambling the puzzle. Okay, so this looks scrambled enough. Now, I'm just going to give myself a quick inspection time, then I'm going to start solving the puzzle. Now, the first solve I do will be just a solve to demonstrate what it's like to solve the actual puzzle. Then my next solve will be a walkthrough solve. So, inspection time. And go. This puzzle isn't the best quality, which is why the puzzle locks up. It's actually from a dollar store, I believe. So, this puzzle isn't like the best. That's why it locks up all the time, and I hate it when it locks up. This camera angle is extremely awkward, so once I finish this solve, I'm going to adjust the camera once I finish. And now the puzzle is completed. Now, I'm just going to re-scramble it, and then I'm going to do a walkthrough solve. Alright, that looks scrambled. Now let me just adjust this camera. Stupid tripod, I hate this tripod. There we go. This seems a little bit better. This is better. Now, the first step is you're going to want to solve the cross. Now, the cross in solving Supercube takes a little bit more steps, because you'll see what I mean. So first I'm just going to look for a number that's orange, because orange is quite easy to distinguish on this camera. So here's an orange 4. Now if I rotate the 4, the 4 is pointing up, but the 5 is pointing down. So to fix this, I have to rotate the 4 out of the way, move the 5 as many times as I need, and then rotate the 4 back up so it's matching correctly with the 5. Now, all I have to do is line up the purple with the correct spot. And ironically, the 5 and the 6 are already matching. So now the 4 and the 5 and the 5 and the 6 pair are now complete. Do this step for the entire puzzle. Well, for the cross, I mean. Now, here's a quick case that I never showed you, where the 8 and the 5 are matching, but the 5 and the 6 aren't. So now you have to do an R2 just to rotate this out of the way. Now, do a D or a D prime. It doesn't matter which. I like doing D. And now, rotate the red face as many times as you need to get it matching up with the red 6. Rotate it back up so now the orange 8 is matching. And now for the last piece. And now that's complete. Now, once you have the cross complete, go ahead and insert all the corners. Corners are now completed. You can now go on to inserting the middle edges. So go ahead and do that. Alright, the middle layer is now 100% completed. Now we can start on the top face. Now here I just have the L, and here's a quick algorithm if you don't already know it. It orients from the L all the way to the cross. So if you're at the L, just do this algorithm. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And now the cross is completed. And that's a Friedrich algorithm. I don't know if you know that yet. But now look for two edges that are already paired up. In this case, here's one and here's one. Now do the algorithm R, U, R prime, U, R, 2, U to get the two corners that are matching adjacent. See, here's a blue 5 and 6, and here's a blue 4 and 5. And they are properly oriented. Now, you can want to hold the one piece in front of you and one piece to the left of you, which the ones I'm talking about are the ones that are properly oriented. So one's in front, one's to the right. Now do a U prime with the entire cube. So now you have two pieces that need to be oriented properly, that are one's facing you and one's to your left. Now, do the algorithm R, U, R prime U, R, 2, U to get it properly oriented. So now it's oriented properly. Now, you might be wondering, if you came across this case where the 5 has to be rotated 180 degrees, don't worry about that. And I'm going to show you a new algorithm later, once you finish the puzzle, that will properly orient that 5. But if you come across the case where your 5 isn't rotated 180 degrees, where it's oriented properly, you can now go ahead and finish solving the rest of the puzzle, because now you aren't going to run into the the center parity case. So because the 5 isn't oriented properly, you're going to run across that center parity case. So just continue watching the rest of this video to see how you solve that parity case. Now you have the cross completed. Now you go to the edges and the corners, and now I have one corner properly oriented. I do the corner orienting algorithm, and surprisingly, the puzzle solved itself. I didn't even need to do the right inverted, down inverted, right down. So now time to show you that new algorithm. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold the top face with the incorrect 5. You're going to want to hold that on top. And you're going to want to do this algorithm. It's R, U, R prime, U. Do that 5 times in total. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this 5 here has been rotated 180 degrees, and it is now properly oriented. If you have followed all the steps of this tutorial, your entire puzzle should be solved correctly. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed.